Hello, this is Padge and welcome to another episode of Padge Plays Retro Edition with the game FZero on the Super Nintendo. This was the, well, I guess the very first game I technically ever got for the SNES, which I had for Christmas many moons ago, along with the Super Scope. And the Super Scope being a little bit of a gimmick, to be completely honest with you. Meant that this was the game which got the most play for the first, well, it would have been 3 months until my birthday, and I would have got something like Mario Kart. But, well, should we just crack on in and have a little bit of a nostalgia trip with this? I think it's the thing to be done right here. So, Grand Prix. We're just going to be playing on the original ones with, well, I mean, I don't know at this point. Do I go for the green and be a bit hardier? Do I go for the pink and have top speed? Yellow, good acceleration, or blue, just the all-rounder? You know what? Let's just go with blue. Why not? It'll do just fine. Night League, beginner, why not? We just want to get through all of the tracks if possible. And if I could do it first, that'd be great. And remember, winners don't use brakes, but sometimes they do crash against the wall, which is what I expect to be doing at some point. So we say, oh god, here we go. Didn't take long. So, why FZero? Why FZero today? I've only got a ramp coming up, if I remember rightly. Oh, speed. Well, I have been going through all the different games I have on ROMs, and this is one which pops up. And as I said, technically it was the first game I ever got, the Super Nintendo, which didn't come free with the particular. I think I need help with the particular. Setup that I got bought. And don't get me wrong, I wanted the Super Scope. It looked very, oh lordy, it looked very cool. That's not good. It looked very good, the whole Super Scope thing, but I could never quite get the scope to work properly. It was a little bit offset. I don't know if it was faulty or it was just something I wasn't doing correctly as far as setting up is concerned. Maybe I was a bit too close to the TV. Kids generally do get too close to the TV. So that could have been the reason behind it. But yes, it meant that I played this a lot. And all I had to go by back in the day was the fact that there was lots of magazines showing you pictures. And I thought it was very cool. It wasn't until I got older, just delving around on the internet one dark and stormy night, that I read about the whole Mode 7 and realised how much of a technological advance this game was for, well, gaming in general at the time. The Mega Drive wasn't capable of this, so that was in itself pretty cool, considering this was a launch title as well, and things can only get better. You could argue that towards the end of Sega's life, they did sort of get to the point where they could mimic the Mode 7. I believe there's a game called Street Racer, which I think I can remember playing on the PC. I'm pretty sure it was on DOS, and it was definitely in the arcades. That sort of mimicked the way that it looked. It wasn't quite the way it should be as the true Mode 7 is. It's essentially, without boring you too much, Mode 7 is an extra layer for the programmers to play with, to create this feeling of speed, as you can see here, and have things moving up to you a lot quicker, and being able to have the background separate to what's on the screen. It was all very cool, very cool. Hooray, number one. I mean, I am playing on beginner, so we won't look into it too deeply, but hey ho, never mind. 2667, that's got to be a world record. I mean, don't even bother checking, that's got to be a world record. Big Blue. But the thing I liked about this, and I probably spent as much time looking at compared to actually playing it, was the little booklet you got with it. Now, again, it was a long time ago. We're talking over 25 years, possibly over 30 years actually now thinking about it. Definitely over 30 years if you're thinking about it. You got a little booklet like you do with most of the cartridge games back then, but in it had a little cartoon depicting the characters and what they were. And essentially the guy in the blue here, from what I remember, was a bit like Judge Dredd in a way, but not. He was sort of like the good guy, as it were. I don't think he was a police officer, but he was out to take on, I think the green guy was the the antagonist. No, the pink guy was the antagonist. The green guy was just some person up to no good. The Boba Fett of the FZero world, if I remember rightly. And the yellow guy, I think, wasn't so much his friend, but more like his rival rather than an enemy. But it was this little cool magazine in the back of the. Was it in the back or in the front of the book? Either way, it was this cool little thing, which a lot of them weren't doing. They were giving you this, the basic storyline, giving you the controls and letting you get on with it. Whereas, as I said, the attention to detail to create that little bit of background story for what is essentially a racing game. I mean, they don't get too complicated racing games. It's essentially come first, or as far as this one's concerned, don't die by flying off onto the side and blowing up. That in itself at times is more difficult than it sounds, but yeah, I like that. And as a child, that just really stuck with me, and to the point where I can recall it 30 plus years later. Oh, he blew up, took me out a little bastard. Someone is on my back. So maybe that's why it's got a little bit of a soft spot. That and the music I think is absolutely fantastic. I mean, it's no sort of outrun tunes, but it's definitely up there. Again, gotta remember, this is like SNES launch day software. This isn't something where they've had time to really get to grips with it and sort of fine tune it. This is all using what they had from the start. I mean, you've got to admire that. As far as FZero as a gaming, it's 2 uploaded at this time, fantastic. As far as FZero is concerned, as a series goes, I'll be quite honest with you, I've never played the rest. This is one which held my attention for a long time. Oh, I get extra life there? I think so I did. 29.76, under 30 seconds a lap. I dig it. But alas, things move on. Oh yeah, so go, yeah. Things move on, and the only real disappointment when it came to this game compared to other games which I enjoyed playing as my collection grew was the fact it was single player. Because obviously with that, you are restricted to essentially playing by yourself, which is alright as far as time trials and whatnot, and trying to best your friends score if you were happening to have a friend over your house at the time. But it just couldn't live up to the whole same feeling as playing split screen with them in games like Mario Kart, which I suppose why Mario Kart in itself has kept its allure for all these years. I mean, essentially the premise of Mario Kart hasn't really changed. So there's something which you can say is oh, this probably a bad idea doing that. The fact they can still carry on with essentially the same mechanics 25 years, 30 years later, and just changing the tracks and a few of the weapons, goes to say you've got a pretty solid game mechanic there to still be able to pull all that off. So and with FZero, I know they went into 3D for a while, and there was a few other sort of gimmicky things they tried, and no doubt they did go to 2-player, but I don't know, I really like the look of this. I know it's not the most technically astounding game to look at, it's not the prettiest game to look at even, but at the time it was all to do with the storyline, and what, we're going to put the zap on, storyline, and we're going to die here, and music and everything. And I said, just it caught the magic for the Super Nintendo for me really well, I thought. And yeah, you can go out there and you can buy your Super Mario World, but this was something new. Super Mario at that point had been around for, well, in sort of console game format for a good sort of 10 years, and this was fresh. It was cool. I mean, look at it. It's it's a sci-fi racing game. It's futuristic, and what 10-year-old wouldn't want it to be? Wouldn't want to be astounded by the future and all that. Although the future does suck, and I would say in retrospect, but it's sort of retrospect. Does that make sense? Oh God, can we steal this? Can we steal this? Oh god, as long as I don't blow up in this last lap. Now the one thing I've completely forgotten about is how bloody difficult this is to play without having to jibber jabber over the top. So do excuse the way I'm playing. I'm just trying to get to the end in first position. I said in first position, young man, and talk bollocks over the top of it. I think so far, three maps. It's not really a map, is it? 3 tracks in, I'm doing pretty well for the whole talking bollocks. But no doubt I'm going to come unstuck in a second. We got it? Is that it? Can I put my S on? Oh yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say about F-Zero. I mean, it's a lovely game. I hope you're enjoying the nostalgia trip along with me. Deathwind 1, the easiest of the Deathwinds. Just one big loop. Lots of why does a track vibrate? That's never really explained. Why, if you start off slowly, the track vibrates around you. Surely that's not the way it should be. But I know with Deathwind 1, you've got to hit these leaders if you want to sort of compete in being in first place. You get a little bit of healing because they know you're going to crash a lot for such a simple... Get off. For such a simple map track, along with your supercharge. Avoid the dust. Don't get caught by any of these guys. Get on the free speeds. Don't bounce like I'm bouncing, and you should be all right. Up it up. Up it up. Oh god. A little bit of health. Gonna need it. Then we hit it. Oh, we missed that one. Can we block him? Yeah, he bounced off us. That's good. That's good. The strategy is working. The strategy I have kept for over 3 decades still is legit. I mean, it's not to say that they've come up with any better strategies in the 30 years. They are programs after all. But, oh god, it's going to pay. Stay away from me. There you go. Beep. What? I'm sure I remember having more blow-uppy cars on this map. There we go. There he is. Can I avoid him? Just about. God. It is a quick map, this one, and I think we've only got one more after this. I mean, I don't know. And now with the fact that we can now use ROMs or get ROMs fairly easily, maybe I will look into the F-Zero games and see what was to offer. I just don't want to tarnish my love for this game by finding a lesser... Oh, another life. Awesome. By finding a lesser game. So I know they did eventually get... I wouldn't say worse, but definitely not as good. But again, maybe that's just me being a bit closed-minded and not having experience in the games. I don't know. Maybe I'll look into it. I mean, if I was ever going to try it, this would be the channel to try it on. You know, it's a good excuse to put a game up there and see what I think. Hey ho, got through that one. Half power, I can live with that. I can live with that. 25 seconds. I mean, yeah, it's all alright. It's all alright. Silence. This is it. This is the one. This is the complicated one. This is the one which I usually die on. There's a few. I think there's an alternate path here somewhere. There we go. With the mines. Don't hit the mines. Oh, I missed the thing completely. Get run over. That's about right for me. Oh well. Yeah. Yeah, forgot how hard this one is. I mean, it says in the book, winners don't use brakes. So that's why I'm trying very hard not to use my brakes. I'm just coming off the acceleration. That's all I'm doing. Technically, that's not braking. That's just the natural motion of the earth. Just slow you down. Get off. Get off. Oh, he screwed me. He screwed me. And now I'm screwing myself. God, I'm just bounce all over the place. We go around. It's fine. Around him easily enough. Fine. Now this is usually where I use my boost, but obviously I can't now. Oh, health is not looking good either. go around, I think. I think it's safe if I go around. Oh, I'm just being given the shaft at every possible turn here. Just gotta keep up with him, then I can use my super then. Oh god, I can't even keep up with him. There we go, so third. Okay, concentrate. Number 1 is ahead, rival 1. Can I get it? Don't die! That's what used to happen. I used to go flying off at that point. Doesn't matter where you are, you go flying off the map. You deed. Oh, he's going to hit me as well, isn't he? Oh, final lap. We did it. We did it. We got this. We got this. We're ahead. I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to go around the outside. I mean, I didn't hit a minefield, but... Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, I mean, you don't even know how far ahead or behind you are, so... This is bad. Power down. Here we go. So, about to blow up. You're going to push me into this now. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Go for it! Yes! I was about to blow up, but I made it. Look at that. Look how much power I have left. I mean, if I even... Can you even blow up in the credits? It'd be interesting to see. Wow. So there you go. That is the first full race that you get, tournament you get on FZero. I like to think I'm not the only one who's ever played this. I like to think if you're watching this because you played it too and you recognise the nostalgia factor of this. If you haven't, maybe I've introduced you to another nice little ROM you can go and find on the interwebs yourself and give it a whirl. It's more difficult than it looks. That's all I'll say. You know, here I am trying to do two things, the whole multitasking thing, which men aren't renowned for doing anyway, the best of times. But I think I did pretty well. I mean, we couldn't have finished on a more dramatic ending with a sliver of power left and coming first in every one. So I'm going to put down that as a win, I guess. And now we're just going to... There we go. There we go. Look at that. That means best scores ever for every track we did. And, well, as I said, can't ask for much more. So I'm going to leave this here. Thank you for watching. As always, a like is appreciated. And I'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy.